you want to be. You don't want to get those bubbles out of sight. And especially here, head position for your swim is going to be really important. I don't know if any of you have coaches. They're always like, keep your chin down, keep your chin down. And that is one of the best advice you can give for pool swimming and for most open water swimming. On this course, you kind of want to have, like we said, clear goggles, and you want to be kind of looking around because there's a lot of stuff underwater. And some of it's marked, but if you kind of keep the water level right above your goggles, you'll be able to kind of scan what's in front of you. And you know, it makes swimming a little bit harder. It's not technically proper, technique, but I've definitely come away with bloody knees and bloody elbows just from the swim here. So keep your eyes peeled, and that was in years where the water was a lot lower. But clear goggles, you'll be able to see a lot further underwater, and try to keep your head with the water level right about here.
Unlike a pool swim where you'll keep your head down, you want to keep it at just.
Yeah, you do. I mean, normally there's similarities and differences between open water swimming and pool swimming, and that, in most cases, is one of the similarities. Your head position and high elbows. For this course, I would recommend keeping your head up a little bit, and looking underwater. You do have to still sight and look for the buoys above water, but there's still stuff underwater too to look for. So you can look for people's feet and look out for obstacles underwater. So does anybody have just kind of we sort of went over the course. Does anybody have any swimming kind of stroke questions or things that aren't working right for you, or things that you wanted to ask a coach but haven't been able to, or don't have a coach on pool deck? We can definitely answer some of those questions as well. I know Candy does master's coaching and.
Yeah,
you mentioned keeping your head down.
Yeah.
For, like when you're breathing. I'm just wondering about, how much splashing. Is that the better position?
Well, when I mean chin down, it's you kind of want when you're swimming, when you're standing in a kind of a neutral position, your head and your spine and your neck are all kind of in line. You're not swimming you're not standing like this. You don't ever really stand like this. So swimming should be that same kind of neutral position. Your head's faced, directly. If you're swimming, if I was horizontal, I'd be looking right at the bottom of the pool. So that's basically how you should be as you're stroking. Your breathing is still to the side, but what you don't do, and what you don't need to do, is lift your head up and then turn it to the side. So you want to think of almost like an invisible line, like through the top of your head, and you can just rotate on that, almost like pivot point. So your head doesn't have to go up and then turn. And this is just a normal kind of pool swimming. It just has to turn. And you kind of turn with your shoulders, your whole body kind of, if this is your body, it just kind of rotates.